Jordan James, Oregon running back, 5'9.5", 205 pounds, 9.25-inch hands. He's 20 years old. He's going to be 21 at the end of this month. In the 40, he ran a 4.55. He had a 1.62 10-yard split, so a little bit on the slow side on both of those. Broad jump, 117 inches. He didn't participate in the vertical or any of the other 3-cone or 20-yard shuttles or any of that. He had the 42nd best run blocking offensive line last year, and had 233 rushing attempts, 1,267 yards rushing, 15 touchdowns, 26 receptions, 209 yards receiving, and 0 additional touchdowns.
Jordan James out of Oregon is a running back that I remember first game of the year last year versus Ohio State. And I remember watching him like, look at this little jittery scat back there against Ohio State. I mean, put that guy in some leather and put him in a heist movie. Have him start dodging those laser beams not to set off the alarm. Look at him out there. He's got those hips are so
thought
loose.
You were going Matrix, not alarms. All right. I got you now. Heist.
I mean, dude, his stop-start quickness, fantastic.
Yeah,
he can run through arm tackles as well. So he's over the 200 pound metric at 5'9.5" at 205. So he's got some there. He's got a strong lower half there. He could be kind of like you mentioned, like the Cam Akers effect. He'd be a little bit, get his head in front of his feet sometimes and just kind of like go, which I don't love that because a lot of times they can't fix that. It's a huge hindrance in the NFL. You're running in the back of your guard's ass half the time there. But overall, I mean, when you're looking at it from a PPR, this guy's got the juice, right? Like this guy could be a third down running back. He had 1,476 scrimmage yards, like Matt said, and he played in the Big Ten. So it's not like he's out here playing in some crazy conference. Like he's playing again. It's a Big Ten. And honestly, the Big Ten was the best conference in college football this year. Like defenses were fantastic. So for me, when I'm looking for guys, like there's always those guys, those PPR running backs that gonna be in like high-end running back twos for like a couple of years, the Danny Woodheads, the James Whites,
Austin Ekeler.
Those kind of players. Yeah. So Jordan James to me falls in that category. I came away pretty impressed with this film. I think he offers PPR upside. Real excited to see where he goes. Outside of like where I said Ali Gordon, he's like a great complimentary back to somebody. Like put him and Ali Gordon on the same team, to be honest with you, and I'm a pretty happy camper.
Absolutely. No, I think, he's a quicker than fast guy, right? I think his 40 says that all kind of right there. He is laterally twitchy. You know what I mean? And he gets up to speed pretty quick. So he's quick and he's not fast, but he's quick both in a straight line and laterally. So he's explosive. But not necessarily top end. He's missing that third gear, right? Yep. Maybe even that. Maybe I think he's got the second gear. He just doesn't have that third gear.
Twitchy.
Yeah.
1.5.
So like you said, Rich, he's an odd guy because he's 5'9", 205, but he navigates the line pretty well. I think he can do some stuff between the tackles. I don't know that's where he wants to live in the NFL, but I think he can do it well enough, and he catches passes. And I think that's going to be really, his bread and butter in the NFL is kind of one of these complimentary roles when he gets maybe 5 to 7 rushes a game, and then you might get 5 to 7 catches a game out of the guy. And that's kind of, you get that nice little split. And if he scores a touchdown, you're looking at 15 to 17 points and you're feeling pretty good about your day.
And that's where I want him to focus on. Cause like in college on his tape, everything I saw, at least like everything was just kind of like check downs to him. Like everything was, there's no like, he's not like, oh, this pass. I don't want to say like, oh, he's a third down PPR running back. Like I saw some guy out there running really good routes either and kind of like doing that. Like a lot of it was just like check down throws, but he did.
It looks like it would translate.
Yeah, it looks like it will translate. And he's only 20 years old. So he's one of the younger prospects. He's one of the youngest prospects in this class.
And I don't want it to listen, we're going to do a comp here. I'll do a comp here. Oregon has a type of back that they want. And there are similarities you can draw between him and Bucky Brooks from last year.
Or Bucky Irving.
I mean, Bucky.
He would be a great commentator.
He would be a great
now with Daniel Jeremiah.
Dang it, Bucky Irving. Because both guys are a little bit undersized. They catch passes well, but even at that undersized, they were able to operate between the tackles. Mm-hmm. And neither one of them are going to blow you away with their 40. I think it was pretty much identical. I think Bucky was a 4.55. So was Jordan James 4.55.
Yeah. Bucky, I mean, he's epitome of somebody that doesn't tuss well, but then it's awesome.
Right. And we see that almost every year. Kyron Williams was another one of those guys.
I don't know what Bucky Brooks's 40 was, but Bucky Irving's
back in the day.
It's like he loses a couple pounds, probably a little slow. But back in the day, you're right. He was a pretty good player.
but I think there's enough there that you can draw some parallels. I don't think they're the exact same player, and I think Bucky Irving's probably slightly better.
Typecast similar though,
but they are typecast, and they're going to do a lot of the same things. I think in the NFL for a team.
Yeah, it's another one of these guys that for me is just kind of hurt because the class is so good. Like he has he got over a 70, which is a solid score, 70.1 for me. I was really impressed with his patience. I thought he really saw things well, saw the holes develop well, pressed the line, and then was able, when the hole opened up, was able to be quick too. So slow two and quick through. Like he did that really well. So he's a very technically sound runner, I think. He's not going to, you're right. He's not going to blow you away with athleticism. He's elusive enough. I don't know that I think he's like super elusive, but I gave him like a slightly above average grade on that. I think he has the ability to catch passes well. He's got good pad level. Although he's not a physical player, he gives you everything that his body allows for him to.
Maximizes what he's got.
Yeah. So I don't think that's a worry. Like if you were like, if you said we're going to use Brashard Smith at the goal line, I'd be like, you're going to do what? If you said that you're going to use Jordan James on the goal line, I'd be like, okay, I could see that. Yep. Like, he's small, but he's compact,
yep.
And I think that he has enough punch. He's got enough leg drive to get that done. The score isn't amazing, but he's another one of these guys where if he went in the 5th round, it wouldn't surprise me. If he snuck into the 3rd round, it wouldn't really surprise me either. So I think it's all going to depend on what's a team looking for? What do they want? I've seen a lot of people that have Jordan James in their top 10. I don't personally have him in the top 10, but it's not because I think he's a bad back. I just think, if he has to go up against some of these other names, the Dylan Sampsons, the Tutons, guys like that, I just think he falls a little bit short of those kind of guys.
Listen, I like peanut butter ice cream. I like vanilla ice cream. I like strawberry ice cream. I like mint chocolate chip a little bit more. No, strawberry and mint chocolate chip are probably my top 2.
Ooh, both are good.
Yeah, but
Moose Tracks is number 1 for me. But then
not too much chocolate.
Mint chocolate chips at or near the top of my list.
I'm a big waffle cone here at the house.
Yeah.
Like waffle cone guy. So like for me, like just plain ice cream, strawberries there, waffle cone, mint chocolate chip, number 1 is what I buy all the time.
Yeah.
Simple syrup right now.
There you go.
Licky.
You get the waffle cones dipped in the chocolate.
I don't like chocolate.
Now you're cooking with gas. That's all I'm gonna say.
No thanks. It takes away from all the waffle.
I'm just gonna say.
All right. Who's next on the list?
Next
More ice
on-
cream, please.
Next,
Yes, please.